Well, good evening, friends. This is Lila's Bedtime Stories with Jean Bell, and I'll be reading from Book 6, Your Dream Visions, by Joanne, the great writer. There is so much more to one's dreams than most people really know and understand. Through a long process with real guidance and a real education, the eventual goal is to get beyond the literal sense of the intellect, then into a more intuitive position, and finally a real position to perceive from. When we are having our dream episodes while the body is asleep, it means that we have the potential of so much more we are not able to see, but we are more aware. This is where the real guidance takes over and assists us. When we are asleep, we have the opportunity to be taught by the best if we have made the real connection with the new man and the real guides. Within the arenas of your dream visions, a person can get a lot more done and learn a lot faster on any subject. For millions of lifetimes, people have had wonderful experiences they rarely pay attention to, but would much rather toil on the earth and grow old until another life bites the dust. Humans are very stubborn as they look to accomplish the hardest task, which usually means very little or nothing at all. I would rather fly like the birds and be supported by the true reality, but most would rather stay and have to deal with the authoritarians. It is true that dreams have been a real mystery to each and every man since humans can first remember. The ancient Romans were not believers in an afterlife, yet they surely did believe in their dreams. Almost every Roman empire has elated or rejected the dreams that they would have. Those who have the interpretations and the super soothsayers were always in fear of losing their life if they were to give the wrong meaning of the emperor's dreams, because they would be eliminated if the dream did not sound good, as there were always someone else to take their place. It was not the best of times for those who could see beyond the veil into the other worlds, as history has always proven itself to be so brutal and uncaring. Today we have laws that protect each of us from the barbaric nature that still resides in the human mind. In today's world, all the clever tactics to trap another person are done in a business-like manner, or more so, from a legal position, to where one is bound up with contracts and obligations of drudgery. Each person has to make their way in this world, and there are endless ways to do this, as most people like to take the road of unconsciousness and think in their minds everything will turn out for them as it should, as they blindly go on their way. Our experiences with our dream visions can definitely be therapeutic, and even some of them medicinal and medical authorities are caught on to this fact, yet dreams and their reason for being still remains a mystery to those who have professed to know more than life itself. As one reads further, they will learn they can eventually surpass all the limitations of this world and eventually discover their real happiness and real freedom. For those who are chronic worriers, their dreams act as a place of rest from 9 to 5 world of everyday complications. Without our nightly dream time and adventures, the human mind would just gather too much mental and emotional stress, drama, and become fussed out and fused out. And so while the body sleeps, a person could get away from the personal mind and take a rest and release some of the daily pressures of their material life. When a person's life becomes a little too much, they should take the time to add a nap or two to their daily routine. Ever since I was in construction at an early age, I would sleep for a short break at lunchtime. As I did, I would get up refreshed and ready to finish the day. Because the construction trade is so physically draining, I would also rest for a while when I got home. It is not necessary for one to drive oneself all the time and try to get every experience they can into their lives right now, because all of us will be around forever. And so what I am presenting will help many people find better places to be and perceive. Do you want to say something, Dean?
Sure.
Val?
Sure, Lila. Thank you for reading. That's great. That's from Dwayne the Great Writer, Book 6, and talking about dreams. And so very important because dreams are a gateway, like Dwayne says, to the real universes and to recognition of the is, the all is, true awareness, is true reality. So the dreams are another way we can access this reality. And tonight we have a very special guest on. Surprise guest, a new friend from North Carolina, and I want to introduce him as Randy Keller, and he's been with us for a while doing various projects, and he's on tonight with us. And hi, Randy, how are you doing tonight?
Hi, Dean. I'm Dean Val. Sorry. Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Good, great. So maybe you can tell us, like, in a nutshell, your life story in 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes.
5 minutes, okay.
No, and then into like how you met Dwayne, or how you met or found a NuPresentation, and how that's going right now with you.
Okay. Well, I've always been a kind of what you'd say, sicko, and that's the way I saw myself, viewed myself. Ever since a teenager, got very interested and involved in spirituality and metaphysics and the occult, and began reading books, all kinds of books on those topics, and the paranormal and unexplained. I was into UFOs and Atlantis and Edgar Casey, and got heavily involved in the New Age movement. studying different things and trying out different meditation techniques and spiritual practices. Chanting various mantras, and I practiced transcendental meditation. I took a silver mind control course, which is a pretty extraordinary course in its own right, having to do with mind control, controlling your mind and programming the subconscious, that type of thing. Looked into various religions, kind of pretty much adopted, or at least you might say, as a teenager in Buddhism. That appealed to me a great deal. Although I studied a lot of other religions, Hinduism and Taoism, Gnostic Christianity, I looked into that. I found that to be very interesting. So I got into Facebook. I was on Facebook for, I guess, maybe a couple of years. And I got a friend invite from Kelsey Lynn Brown. And I accepted. And I began seeing these things on my Facebook about the New You sound and Revelatory Tours, the Will Guides, and during the Great Water, and reading some of the new books and singing the New You, and I began having experiences like that I've never had before with all the other things that I tried. I've always been, for the most part, disappointed in all the other things I've tried. I mean, they had their things that, the benefits that they had in their own right. But it just left me dissatisfied and just, like I said, disappointed. I began singing New You, began having experiences. I noticed right off, I began having dreams. I began remembering my dreams a whole lot more every night, which I never did before. They were more vivid. I felt this energy that I never felt before. And I just went through a process during the next few months of having experiences. Didn't know what to make of it all. Took a while for me to finally get convinced that this was the real thing. It wasn't. I wasn't going to be disappointed. I kept asking for confirmations that that I wasn't going to be disappointed. It just was something unlike anything I've ever tried before, and I got them. I got a confirmation. I kept asking for them. I kept getting them. That never happened before. And so, but still I had my doubts. I had my ups and downs. I continued on though with New You, and I asked for some kind of really big confirmation, something that would really convince me beyond all doubt. And I got that too. One night I had a dream, and I recorded it, and I'll read it out real quick. This was the dream, this was the confirmation that, settled it for me, and it convinced me that the New You was the real deal and unlike anything else. And so I'll read it out here. I was in a castle, and somehow I knew it was a smaller version of a main castle where a queen lived. And I also knew that the queen would come and stay for a while, and visitors would come and go, but now no one came anymore, and hadn't for some time. It was still well kept and clean, and a few guards still patrolled the halls and rooms. Except for a few guards, it was pretty much empty. And it contained these particular magic items and artifacts. At the time I had this thing, when I recorded this, I didn't really realize that the new you will position you in to where it's beyond what we know here in this physical world as magic and psychic powers and that type of thing. But that was how the words that I used to describe it was magic and psychic powers. So I was there looking for these sacred and magic treasures and to take what I could find. I had been moving along the halls to try to keep out of sight of the guards and to prevent being captured. And then suddenly a little girl came running up to me, who was about 8 or 9 years of age. She was carrying what I thought was one of the treasures in the castle. I now think that it wasn't from the castle, but it was a little girl was my little self. Offering me the new you, which was really outside of creation, as so to speak. She was carrying something, and she handed it out to me. And I told her she shouldn't be here because I was afraid that one of the guards would see her. And maybe would have followed her to me, and she would get caught, and I would have to rescue her, or I would get caught and have to escape. And that was a whole big hassle. I didn't want to go through all that. So I told her she should leave, go back home, go back where she came from. So the next thing I remember, I was in another hall of the room, and the girl and I had separated, and I was on my way out of the castle. Going along the halls, different halls full of ways, and I paused for a moment to take a look at what she'd given me. And it was much bigger now than it was when she had given it to me. And I looked at it really closely, and it appeared to be a horn or trumpet that was shaped like a cornucopia. And I knew it was something very, very special. And so I wanted to get out and get to another place where I could find out what it could do. And that was the end of the dream. And that was very, very powerful, like I said, confirmation for me. I had many other experiences, dream visions. There's another one I'd like to read out real quick, which I think had a very huge influence on me, impact.
Okay, Randy, you want to go over this one a little bit? So you mentioned you thought it was the little girl was your real self, and
yeah. So I found out during attending Skype calls and talking it over with different other new friends, and I was told that because I didn't really know what that she represented, but so I had someone tell me that was my real self. The little girl was my real self. And the horn, shaped like a cornucopia, was the new you sound. That's how I saw it. The horn being the new you sound. So.
And the guards, maybe your sensor or your mind, guarding their precious literal self, and the castle being your castle is your home, like home is where the castle is. It just makes sense, everything that, clear, actually. Your dreams I find pretty clear. They're very like definite and clear and they're fun to interpret.